I can't live with her and have children without getting married. So
I've got a twin brother. He has 4 children. There are definitely some murmurs in the government.
At the end of the day, for me, it's just a piece of paper that we sign.
For me, the same answer.
Because he's watching this one.
Maybe.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
I'm JL.
Justin's my name.
Where are you from?
So I'm from Australia, in Western Australia, in a city called Perth. We're right on the west coast. A lot of people who travel to Australia don't know much about the western side, but I've lived in Perth all my life and it's a beautiful city.
How long have you been in Korea?
So we arrived yesterday, actually. My partner, Mary's Korean.
I'm Leah.
I'm Nina,
From?
Germany.
Germany as well.
You guys are siblings?
Yeah, we're sisters.
How do you like Korea so far?
We've not only been in Seoul, but Seoul is by far the biggest city I've ever been to.
Like the atmosphere, does that make sense? There's always people around, there's always a large crowd, and then like all these neon signs, that's really cool.
I'm Alea.
I'm Liane.
From?
Germany.
What are you studying here?
Data science.
General management.
What kind of job are you guys want to do?
I want to work in marketing or human resource management.
I already work for Volkswagen in Germany in management.
The big company.
The big company.
May I ask you, like, how much money do you make per month?
Enough?
We don't talk about money.
Okay.
In Germany, we don't talk about
Oh,
money.
that's the culture, right?
Sensitive topic.
honey,
Lana.
Oh, where are you from?
Israel,
What food do you like the most?
seafood, barbecue, everything. Actually, we ate a lot.
Is there and soju? Then, are you guys a couple?
She's my wife.
Who did say first, like, I want to date you? Yeah. Then, you guys are not get married yet, right?
No, we're not married yet. We've been together about 9 months.
Then, like, speaking of the getting married, do you think that is there any difference between the person you want to date and then the person you want to get married?
I mean, I think so. So dating is all about exploring the other person and working out whether you're in love and whether this is someone that you think you could spend the rest of your life with. But no one has a crystal ball, right? But I think as long as you have those fundamental core compatibilities, then your chances of falling in love and then staying in love, I think, are pretty good. As far as marriage goes, then it just comes down to, obviously, it's what I want and it's what your partner wants.
Like ideally, the person I would want to date is also the person I would want to marry.
The thing is that if you want to get married, you have to start thinking about, like buying a house and then location.
Yeah, I guess so. But like ideally, if I met someone and we dated and we really like got along well, and then we can like talk about those things together.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Not really. I think it kind of depends on like date casually or seriously. You have to like communicate that, so not one partner is more serious about it. So if it's just, for fun, then that's fine. I think it's it doesn't make sense to put the effort in with someone who you're like knowing from the beginning that's not gonna be the man I marry.
If I'm dating someone, I do it with the intention that I want to marry them.
For me, the same answer.
Because he's watching this one.
Maybe.
Depends at what stage of your life you're in. If you're at university and you're still young, you might just want to have fun and you don't think about the future.
In your life, do you think that the marriage is really necessary?
I think it's become less important. Certificate and a ring and a ceremony is less important than just making that commitment. But I think on balance, everyone has a very different opinion about marriage. You want to stay together and raise a family, then getting married is part and parcel of that.
At the end of the day, for me, it's just a piece of paper that we sign, and I don't need that to know I love that person or that person loves me. Also for legal stuff, because that's really important in Germany. It's better to be married if you have children.
In Germany, it's better because of the taxes.
You don't have to pay as much to the state.
What was the main reason to get married?
We are Arab and it's different culture. I can't live with her and have children without getting married. So it was also one of the motives.
Do you think that having a baby is also really necessary?
No, I don't think it's necessary. Obviously, the idea of a family is bringing children into the world, but it comes back to what the two people want. You need to be on the same page. So either both of you want children or both of you don't want children. As long as you're both of the same mindset.
I would be able to raise a child in the sense of like when they are being like annoying or like screaming, I wouldn't know how to deal with it. Yeah, like her, I'm also spontaneous and I like to travel, so that would be so much more difficult with a child. And
Maybe one day I like to have children. All the responsibility of like the child and the house chores is on me. So he would also have to be involved in.
I really want children, young boy and like young girl that look like me, or maybe the boy like my boyfriend. So, but I think that would be really difficult to get in a relationship when one person wants the children and the other don't.
And I also want to adopt a child.
Oh, that is also the way. First line in the world, like the rate of birth is getting lower and lower.
Yeah, is that right?
0.7, I think. Under 1 point. I heard that from the news.
In our country, I mean, I think the average family, we say 2.5 children. 2 to 3 children is generally speaking. I've got a twin brother. He has 4 children. There are definitely some murmurs in the government about there being, needing to incentivize people to have more children. To a lesser or greater extent, every country is having to grapple with that issue. Australia, I don't think it's so bad, but it's definitely on the radar.
was it 2.5?
2.5, something.
What is the main reason, do you think?
Because a lot of people are like going the career instead of like the family path. In Asia, especially from what I've heard, in Korea, people have to work a lot of hours, so there's not really time to like raise a child.
My grandma was young, or our parents were young. Most of the time the man would work full time and support the family, and the wife would stay at home, and that money would be enough to support the family. But right now, one income,
You cannot make
if the man is not a CEO in a big company or something, one person is not enough to support a family, so the woman has to work.
In Germany, it's the same. People or companies cannot find enough employees.
Maybe it's just because in the past there were like families that got like 4 to 5 children. Everybody wants to live their own life, and maybe that because they only get 1 or 2 children, because they want to have also free time.
Like the changing of the people's like thought, that kind of thing. Sorry. Okay. All right. This is over today. And thank you for having time today. Yeah, thank you. Oh, by the way, 감사합니다.